Hey, good morning. Happy Monday morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Well, the week after the is over, we're starting. Everybody should be feeling pretty back into the normal routine. I know I am longing. We had some snow and stuff last week. So I ended up not having a lot of normal day. I mean, my days were normal, but at the same time, I just didn't, because I couldn't get out for 2 of those days. And then when we could get out, it was just cold and I didn't feel like going out. So there was that. So I ended up being a little this last week, and that's okay. I have weeks like that where I'm just so busy at home. I got stuff to do. So back at it. I'm feeling good. Got a little less casual this week. I like to dress, but I like to have a little casual week, but just wanted to get kind of gussied up today. The sun is out day all the way around, right? So anyway, before I jump into it, guys, I'm having to delay the drawing for one-on-one one day, only because I went through and it didn't look like some of the people comment. So I'm going to try and make sure that I get everybody. So I need a little more time on that. So I will do that tomorrow for you guys. And I will announce that tomorrow. Still do the one on the 20th and you can be live for that one. But if you win and you're not live, I go ahead and reach out to you at the same time. If you're watching, you'll get your name announced one. Okay. So with that said, you can win things. Okay. So you still have time to get into the January 20th one. And I'm going to go ahead and give away 2 free one-on-one. So you'll have one more day to enter for tomorrow's drawing, okay? Video, and that'll get you entered. That's all you have to do, okay? While you're over there, go ahead and hit the bell and the subscribe button. That way you'll know that you'll get notified every time that I come on. I come on every morning at 10, or Monday through Friday, not every morning, but Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central, okay? So now that we got all the business stuff taken care of, let's get into our topic today. Our topic is get organized in buying a house. All right, so we are second weekend to January, okay? We are fastly approaching the middle of the month, all right? So now we've had a little time to kind of recuperate from the holidays. Now everybody's got a little time on their hands, so they are doing what? Browsing the internet, right? And this is when people really start thinking about, I should be looking at buying a house. If we want to buy a house this spring, need to see what's out there. They start browsing the internet and they start just looking at things going, I like this one. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one, kind of thing, right? So guys, this is where I have made it easy. I have developed a cheat sheet for you. All right. It's right here. Okay. It is the real estate buying checklist. Okay. There is 2 pages of things on here. Okay. Of things. And it walks you from the beginning with the financing all the way to make sure you leave closing with. And then that, that way you have everything, you have everything. Okay. So guys, this is free on my website. Anybody can jump over and grab this. And this would be a good start, a good jump off point for anybody who is looking at buying. Even if you are just kind of considering it right now, pop over there. The link to my website is in the description of whatever video you're watching. So it is RhondaNiehaus.com. Let's see. Got to go this way. The how to spell my name is over here in the corner. Okay. So check that out. And I know Niehaus is a little thing. Everybody wants to put the E before the I, and then it makes it all confusing. Okay. But no, just go ahead and it's RhondaNiehaus.com. Pop over there and grab the sheet, grab this checklist. There's a seller's checklist over there too as well. If you are a seller and you're looking at maybe you got to do both. Maybe you're looking at buying and selling and you just need both checklists. Okay. So both of them are over there. Pop over and grab those. But it is good. So now we need to start thinking about, okay, so the thought has entered our mind that, hey, I think we might be ready to buy a house, right? Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to know the steps that we need to do to go ahead and get started. That's where this checklist comes in handy for you because you can just check it off as you go through. Okay. Financing is going to be the first thing. Always first and foremost. If you can't get financing, you can't get a house. Period. End of story. Okay. So there's no reason to start in the middle of the process, look at houses, and then find out you can't get financing. All right. Period. End of story. Next thing is if you are for sure a buyer, okay, I do not recommend doing this process without an agent. It's not because I am an agent. That is not the reason I'm doing this. Let's put it this way. The process was so confusing the first 2 times I did it when I wasn't an agent. I was like, no way in HE double hockey sticks that I was doing it without an agent. Okay. And I don't recommend it because there is a lot of moving parts once you get the house bought. It's not just about finding the house and writing the contract and agreeing on a price. There is way more to it than that. And if you want to be fully protected, I recommend that you do it with an agent. Okay. My advice. All right. Then sit down and make a list of what you want in a house. Okay. It's that simple, guys. Get on the same page with your significant other if you have one. Okay. Get on that same page. Sit down and talk to your spouse or your husband or your significant other and say, hey, what are we looking for in a house? What are some must-haves you have to have? What are some must-haves that I have to have? Okay. There's always something like it never fails, guys. It never fails. I will walk through a house and one or the other will pop up and say, well, I have to have blank. And the other one will look at them and be like, well, where did that come from? That is not even what so you can just tell like they've talked about it, but they haven't talked about it in depth. And they just are like, well, I have to have this. And they're like, what in the world? Like, okay. So anyway, so sit down, make a list of your have to haves and your wants. Okay. And then start looking at homes. Every agent that you look at has a website. I guarantee it. I guarantee that they have a website. Okay. So if they have a website, go to their website because it's going to be the most accurate in what they have access to. However, if you are interested in a for sale by home, talk to your agent about it. They can help facilitate that for you. Okay. But just make sure that, go to their website, take a look at it. It a lot of times with technology these days, it alerts them as to what you're looking at, the agent. So a lot of people think that I'm stalking them, which I'm not. It's just that my website, when anybody goes on my website, it says, hey, Rhonda was looking at a 3-bedroom, and it gives me the listing and it gives me everything that you were looking at. They clicked on this, so that's just how advanced our technology is, guys. It's amazing. Okay. Now, when you're looking at houses, don't feel like you're imposing on the agent because it may take a couple showings for you to decide that yes. And a lot of times people will look at a bunch at one time and then they'll narrow it down to 2. And then they'll be like, you know what, can we go back to these 2? I want to compare them kind of side by side. Because a lot of times what will happen is you'll find like one of the first ones you go into will be a contender. And then maybe one of the last ones you go to will be a contender. And then you don't remember if you're like confusing the 2 or if you have all these other houses kind of jumbled up into the 2. So it is good to pick those 2 contenders and then compare with showings back to back. Okay. Now, with that said, in this market, you're going to have to move relatively quickly on this. Okay. I'm just saying it's just the way of the land right now. So it's best to look at a bunch of them. And then if you need to come back in and look through, maybe even the same day. Okay. or you're just going to have to maybe sit down and go over like what you remember. Agents are really good at remembering the differences in the houses, especially if you say you like this one. I know, I'm one of those, like, if you say you don't like that one, or if it's not a contender, I don't even register, unless there's something really funny in there. I mean, I go and I look at it and I register it, but I don't, not for you anyway. So, but it might be just where you sit down, and compare side by side with your agent. And if you need to go back through, maybe you can turn around and go back right back in that same day. Okay. So this is what I've got for you guys. This little checklist that's on my website will give you a jump off point. It is good to have this. And once you sign up for it, you can download it, and then you can print off as many, you can print this off. I mean, if you lose it, don't stress. You can print it off again. Okay. But pop on there. If you know of anybody that needs this list, give them my website. Have them pop over and get a hold of my list, because I feel I'm a checklist person. I really am. That's why I have a planner. I'm a checklist person, and that's what I like to have. So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. Like I said, I'm here every morning at 10, every morning, Monday through Friday, 10 Central Time. And I'm giving more great tips and tricks like this on buying a house. The season is wrapping up fast, so it's time to get over there, time to get on and really start looking, because the market's going to be hot again this spring. So if that's what you want to do, time to get rock and rolling, get your ducks in a row, be prepared. Your agent will love you for it, I promise. So anyway, you guys all have an amazing day. I will see you in the morning.